My name is Chelsea Wegner. I'm a PhD student here at the Chesapeake Biological Laboratory. My research focuses on the impact of sea ice declines on Arctic food webs. Having the opportunity to travel to the polar regions and to the tropics and all over the world, I've seen the impacts of climate change firsthand, and Dr. Lee Cooper and Dr. Jackie Grebmeier here at CBL have been working in the Arctic, in the Chukchi Sea and Bering Sea for over 30 years, and so it was the perfect place for me to come and be a part of climate change research that was cutting edge and feeling like I could make a difference with my research. The Arctic is changing rapidly. In particular, sea ice declines are hitting record lows. And right now, we don't fully understand what the implications are to the food web there. So we have the seasonal sea ice, and each spring that sea ice starts to break apart and recede, and that triggers a sea ice algae bloom. There's nothing really in the water that's eating it on its way down, so it's just this pulse of food that goes down to the seafloor and supports a really rich and diverse community that live on the seafloor. Our fieldwork requires us going out on research vessels to collect these samples, and one of the primary ways that we do that is through something called a Bandbean grab, which is essentially just this big stainless steel claw that we send down to the seafloor. It snaps shut and brings up to the surface mud and all of the critters that are in there, which could be clams, worms, starfish, and sipunculids, which are a prey item that walrus really like to eat. So once I bring the samples back to the lab, what I want to do is look for this compound that is produced by sea ice algae we call IP25, which basically stands for ice proxy with 25 carbons. So in order to find this compound in the sediments and in the organism tissues, I have to do an extraction process in the lab where we add chemicals to the sample, we mix it up, and we try to isolate that compound from the rest of the mixture. In addition to the samples that I collect out in the field, we also receive walrus livers collected by Native Alaskan communities through subsistence hunting activities. And the reason I'm interested in the walrus livers is because we are able to identify this IP25 compound in the walrus liver and have that as an indication of how much sea ice algae is important to their diet. So I'm looking for a way to show that sea ice declines have been leading to a shift in the food web in the Arctic, that this change is happening and that it is impacting this ecosystem.